Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Right 20.
Now Goff on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10.
That's it.
At the 24-yard line.
Watch my board. Hey, here we go.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Flushed out right. They find some open field here. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. The former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett, the rookie with the carry. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Goff. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. Third down here. These two teams squaring off here in Week 1. You might remember they used to be in that old NFC West division together. From 1995 to 2001, the Falcons, Saints, and 49ers were also in there with the Rams and Panthers. And the Panthers recently, they dominated this series. They won 6 of the last 7 against the Rams. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
From the 31, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. Right at 8.
54. Right 54. You're not ready.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
54 Mike.
I smell fear in that offense.
Great. Express.
54.
McCaffrey following the penalty. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 36-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check pass.
Here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL quarterbacks. He can still tote the mail.
20.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't it? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 12, Newton looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 27 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury.
Hey, box drop.
59 Mike. Check. 59.
On first down, it's Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On 2nd and 12, Goff He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. And the Rams first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Switch up, switch up. Check out.
The 5th year back from Texas, this is Malcolm Brown. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Come on, let's go.
Go.
59 mark, 59 mark.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Abuka coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Eight.
And an alley to run. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Let's go.
At their own 14-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing just about on his own goal line. And up update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets have taken the early lead over the Bills. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second and 11 now. Newton, and avoids the contact by sliding.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day.
Gun.
Third and 2, Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now Newton on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
20.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. After the run, Newton going to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run. The ball comes out, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Here's a second and 2 now from the 33. On the toss, it's Gurley. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff. Man open left side is Brown. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Goff now looks to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. $12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Check.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
You can't stop me.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now Brown. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Three bud. Hey, look, three.
Hey, let's go. Go, ground.
Check 13.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the Panthers' 43-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tiger.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
A gain of 15. And the Rams first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Gone. And it's caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way to creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Second and 8 at the 6-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go with Brown. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
From the pistol, it's Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
180.
27, check Mike, 27. Double dog, that's the way.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. Go.
27. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 53 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
Back to throw, Goff. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, let's set. 180. 54. Mike, 54. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st and 10, Newton. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. Touchdown, Carolina! Chris Hogan, 38 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check.
Hey, kill.
Check.
Hey, one set.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Cut. 180.
Double up free. Play that shot deep. Double up free, defense.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Go, 12. Let's go.
Screen. Off the screen.
Out of the gun. Gone. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right there. 54. Right there. 58. I'm coming.
Throwing is Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football, and he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here?
Maverick. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Maverick. Mike 59. Mike 59.
On 2nd down and 4. Goff, throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today, it's Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
You got nothing.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff, he gets it to Gurley, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Goff now perfect since the 2nd half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
36. Switch it.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike Hunt, 180.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Zerline's kick is up and through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check 43.
The shotgun snap for Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Gun. Great.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And this is caught. He hits Moore. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gano the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But now it'll be 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Panthers take over
Good work,
first
boy.
and
Let's
10
go.
at
Let's
their
go.
own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's McCaffrey. A nice little juke. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Let's get it together, defense.
Now Scarlett. A gain of 3, second down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming.
8.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, we talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
He's checking. Crash. Bang.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
59, like the 59. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Watch the safety creep. Back.
From the end zone, gone. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Gurley. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
2nd and 10.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. And when people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ric Flair.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Goff now to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Woods, the intended receiver. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on it for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week one. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week one.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Carolina, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.